All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are talking about what might just be one of the absolute happiest cards in the entire tarot deck. I'm talking about the Ten of Cups. You know the one. It's just this picture of pure, perfect joy. So, what exactly makes this card tick? Let's find out. So, here's what we're going to do. First, we'll just soak in that beautiful picture on the card. Then, we'll break down what that Rainbow of Cups really means. After that, and this is really useful, we'll look at what the card isn't to get super clear on its message, and we'll wrap it all up with the bigger story this card is telling. Okay, first things first. Let's just look at the scene. I mean, it's pretty much a perfect picture, right? A total vision of what it means to be fulfilled. And I mean, look at this. This is the definition of happily ever after. You've got this loving couple, arms wide open to this incredible rainbow made of cups. Their kids are just dancing around, having the time of their lives. And in the back, a perfect little home surrounded by green hills. It's just the ultimate picture of safety, security, and pure contentment. You know, there's a quote from the Victorial Key to the Tarot that just nails it. It says, "Contentment, repose of the entire heart, the perfection of that state." See, it's not just about being happy. It's about the perfection of happiness. It's that feeling of total, complete contentment, where love and friendship are just absolutely perfect. Okay, so the picture is beautiful. We get that. But let's dig a little deeper. Let's decode what these symbols are really trying to tell us. When you boil it down, the Ten of Cups really stands on three main pillars, and they are joy, peace, and family. So let's talk about joy. And we're not just talking about being in a good mood for a few hours. This is something much deeper. It's a spiritual kind of well-being, that incredible feeling you get when you just know, deep down, that you're part of everything and that everything is fundamentally good. It's a big deal. And then there's peace. This card signals a time of real serenity. And again, it's not just that people around you aren't fighting, it's also about a peace inside you. It's that inner harmony that then kind of radiates outward. This card is a huge sign that conflict can finally come to an end. And of course, family. Now, this doesn't have to be your blood relatives. It's your tribe, right? The people you have that deep emotional bond with. The Ten of Cups is telling you, hey, now is the time to fix things, to forgive, to get closer to your people. It's worth asking yourself, who's in that inner circle for you? All right, so now we're going to do something that I find super helpful for understanding any card, really. We're going to look at what the Ten of Cups is not. And this is where the meaning gets crystal clear. I mean, you look at this perfect scene, and it's so easy to think, oh, that's about getting everything I ever wanted. But what does that mean? Is it about personal wishes coming true? Is it about being rich? Let's break that down. Okay, so let's think about the Nine of Cups. Everyone calls that the wish card, right? You've got that one guy sitting there looking super smug and happy with all his cups behind him. That's all about personal satisfaction. But the Ten of Cups, that's totally different. It's about a shared joy. It's the difference between me and we. And that brings us to another huge distinction. Emotional happiness versus, well, money. On one side, you have the Ten of Cups. On the other, the Ten of Pentacles. Now, both of these are 10 cards, which means they're about completion and success, but they are worlds apart. And the difference is all in the suits. Cups are water, right? So they're all about emotions, feelings, and relationships. That makes the Ten of Cups the absolute peak of emotional success. But Pentacles, that's the suit of earth. We're talking about the physical world, money, stuff you can touch. So the Ten of Pentacles is the peak of material success. See the difference? Actually, it's kind of funny. One source calls the Ten of Pentacles the fat cat card. And it fits. It's all about financial security, family legacy, wealth, all that stuff. So here's the key takeaway. The joy in the Ten of Cups has nothing to do with money. It's a type of wealth that your bank account can't measure.
Okay, let's push this idea just one step further. Because, sometimes the best way to really get what something is to see what it isn't.
And wow, this comparison says it all. You've got the Ten of Cups on one side, all harmony and connection. And on the other, the Five of Cups. That card is all about loss, grief, and sadness. Think about it. The 5 is staring at the cups that have been knocked over, while the 10 is celebrating all the cups that are full and overflowing with joy. All right, let's get to our last section. It's time to pull all these threads together and really get to the heart of the story this card is telling us, because it's a story about our own potential for happiness. But wait, As perfect as this whole picture looks, there's actually a little bit of a warning that comes with it. From a more esoteric point of view, it's a call to look just a little bit closer. So, a writer named Paul Foster Case points out that this card has let's call it a tremendous power of desire. It's a huge well of emotional energy, but he warns that if all that energy is just focused on material stuff, it can get out of whack, it can become an unbalanced force. It's a really good reminder that for joy to be real and lasting, it needs to have that spiritual side too. Now, that little warning isn't meant to be a downer. It's easy to look at this card and be cynical, right? To think, yeah, right, like life is ever that perfect. But what the sources are really saying is that this isn't some impossible fantasy. It's an ideal, for sure, but it's an ideal that's actually within our grasp. And honestly, this might be the most powerful message of the whole card. This kind of deep joy, it's not some lottery prize that only a few lucky people get to win. One source puts it so perfectly, this feeling is our birthright. It's a core part of the human experience that every single one of us can strive for. So next time the Ten of Cups shows up for you, just see it for what it is, a beautiful sign of abundant blessings coming your way. It's the universe basically telling you that you can, and absolutely should, go after the emotional fulfillment that you deserve. And that leaves us with one final question, and this one's for you to think about. The Ten of Cups shows us an ideal of perfect harmony. So, where do you find that picture of perfect joy in your own world?